morning, good morning, good morning. Great folks out there. Hello, folks. This is Courtney Rollins with Do REI Deals, Do Real Estate Investing Deals here on Instagram at Do REI Deals with Courtney and on YouTube, Do REI Deals with the Aqua Team. Give me a second, folks, over here on the IG. I'm about to post some really important information for you. Let me go find it. I should have already had it ready to go, but it is what it is. I thought I had a pinned. There we go. Copy text. Come on back over here. All right, here's some treats for you over here, IG. And I'll put it on the YouTube page as well. All right, so I have it pinned properly. All right. So we in there like somewhere? We in there? I think we're in there. So what I gave folks over Instagram is a couple of links. Here's a link, wholesaledeals.com. I'm a wholesaler, deals and partnerships and JV opportunities. So as far as wholesaling is concerned, what that means is that I source deals. I go directly usually to sellers, property owners, and I get the deals under contract. And then from there, the exit strategy is really up to me and my resources and what I know and who I know a lot of times. And sometimes that's, as far as the traditional way people look at wholesaling, is just simply assigning your rights to the property to another investor. And that's the traditional wholesale route. It's requires little risk. You do need funds. Was there another thing I need to put up there? Oh, and if you need a script, DM me at Courtney at doreideals.com for a free script or free sales script. All right, so I got those things out there for you. I'm using Read Simply as my customer relations management system. It's a fancy word of saying how you keep up with your leads. And it's awesome because it's all in one. I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting. I used to come up here Monday through Friday making calls, and I think I'm about to kick that back to once a week so that I can open up myself to do other things as well in the company to help this thing grow. So that's how we're going to do. Miss Jazz, I haven't seen you in a while. What's up with you? And so that's what I'm doing. Probably going to pick a Thursday, at least one day a week, where I'm just doing a live sales call. And I'll still be every other day. The content will be more geared towards like giving you tips. Like this has been an opportunity for me to kill two birds with one stone. Get my follow-up calls done, as well as put some hopefully good information and vibes out there into the world. So let's go. Let's see. Smiling and dialing. Did this person respond? Hi. Someone picked the phone, didn't answer. Call me a scam back in 2021. They're probably going to, well, I'll try it. There we go. I did a little think time this morning and thought about the rhythm of my schedule. You've been off, man, Miss Jess. I hope it was a fulfilling thing for you. A little, like, flushing out all the. Hello? Hello, Michael? Flushing out all the noise. I'm doing well. I had a little bumpy, had a bumpy August. I'm not even going to front. That transition, I don't know, it's just a bumpy August. Just stuff in personal life. Adjusting to like me creating my own schedule has been fun, but also a little challenging. I didn't realize how much I was connected to like the I don't know, the sacred cows or I didn't know I was so connected to someone else setting my schedule. I love my own freedom, but it's been a little bit of a challenge. The market's changing. We have tons of deals, but it's harder and harder to find buyers for them. I'll say harder based on the tools that we have. So I have to do a lot of revamping and relooking at what I have in my place make it happen. Teams got reduced, so that's actually probably gonna be a good thing. I like working with teams. I love working with teams, and it's all sexy. Oh, I got a team and all that stuff. I'm scaling, but I just really had to look at where we are and what I'm responsible for, and realize I got to go ahead and just buckle down. Doesn't mean I have to work harder. I have to work smarter and more efficient, and so reduced some of our team members. But it's been a bumpy, ride, Justin, and all that. Um, but that's my story. That's my glory, right? That's my glory. Spokesman said he would consider selling the property because most of the kids are married and moved out. However, there are 4 people that have told him call back in 6 to 12 months. He said that sounds about right. 6 to 12 months. That was July, August, September. I'm not supposed to call him now. I'm supposed to call in 6 to 12 months. All right. Yeah. I heard that's great. You're still consistent. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a blessing that even during the a little downtime or that being able to rely on specific habits. Like I know every day I gotta make calls to follow up. Every day I gotta me or somebody on my team has to generate new leads. And so I was able to continue doing that, which really, really has helped me keep things afloat. And now I'm back in the new, well, not new, but renewed enthusiasm. Heck yeah. But I wish you the best, most certainly. Hey, Brian. Yeah. Is Roxy on here yet? Miss Roxy? Miss Roxy? You know what I gotta do too? I got my phones. Matter of fact, I'm gonna switch this out. I'm gonna start switching these numbers out because I think a lot of my numbers are. Hey, how's it going? This is Courtney, Aqua Teen Home Buyers. Brian, just giving you a call. Still talking about Bentelow Street. Give me a call and get the chance if you're interested in open mind to a sale. 443-305-5983. 443-305-5983. Take care. In fact, I'm gonna switch the number up on them. I think my numbers, I know my number coming up spam because Reed Simply has this cool feature that when you buy, well, let me take a step back. When you're cold calling, or even when you do inbound calls, when you are on the phone in your company, you're usually going to get, for lack of a better word, a burner phone number. You can buy them from anywhere, usually about $1 or 50 cents a number. You can track it. It can forward directly to your phone number, to your Google Voice number, whatever you want. It can be tracked. And the importance of that is so you can recognize like you have a campaign. Maybe you're sending out mailers to one zip code. Now you can track the amount of people calling, coming back in. Just so many things you can do tracking the number. But that number can get spammed too. And so it's cool that Reese simply allows me to see, has my number been spammed? And I see that one of them has, which means I'm about to start changing up these numbers. Deontay, he hit me back up. Was going to ask at 6 p.m. today. Okay. All right.
Hey, how you doing?
This guy.
Huh? Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on. There she is.
Oh, I'm not here.
What is the deal? Hey, y'all, on Instagram, Roxy says she used Twilio for her numbers. Hey, how's it going? This is Courtney, just giving you a call again, Mr. William. Hopefully, we'll be able to chat soon. And yeah, if you're open-minded um, to considering an offer for your property over there on Woodbrook, feel free to call me back. Either way, just give me a call back. I'll update my notes. 443-305-5983. 443-305-5983. Take care. All right, so Twilio for tracking numbers, for getting numbers and tracking numbers, folks. That's from Miss Roxy off on the YouTube world. So Jason and all you guys and Jess and folks want to use it or want to check that out. That could be a cool resource. And I'm so glad, like I said, that now Simply allows me to see if it was has been marked spam. Ask about terms, because do terms have mortgage? Ask about subject. Okay, I can do subject. Yeah.
Hello, thank you. This is Peter. Can I help you?
Hey, Peter, this is Courtney. Courtney, we spoke last week about some of your properties in Have the Grace in Baltimore. Hey, I'm great. Am I catching you at a bad time here?
No, man, you're good.
Oh,
I
awesome.
got a couple minutes.
All right, cool. I won't take you up too much of your time. I was sitting there trying to wrap my brain around Savage and even the commercial property in Have the Grace. And I know that you, as you said, that you don't have, that you will consider terms, but you have a mortgage on it. But have you ever considered?
I got two mortgages. Like I said, I got a first and second on that Savage Street. That's why I got to pay this thing off.
First and second.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I got the other commercial property. I'm with a partner, but I want to go in a different direction. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me know. So what did you come up with?
Yeah, we're thinking that we've done this with several folks before, but it only has to be cases that work. What if we stepped in and took over the payments for the property with the first and second loan?
I need to sell it. I got first and second, and here's the deal. I live in Pennsylvania right now, so right now I am looking to purchase a home, for my wife and I and kids. So with that first and second on that property in my name, it's holding me back another house. So Courtney, basically, when I have Savage Street, I'm walking away. I'm paying a first and second, and really, that's why I needed the numbers where they need to be, because I'm now walking away with just cleaning the slate so I can apply for another mortgage up here. All right?
Gotcha. It makes complete sense.
You know what I mean?
Sounds good. Gotcha. Well, just looking at some creative ways, but like you said, your situation definitely need that debt to income to be a little clearer. So I'll
do you have any private money that you can use to be able to get that property? I'm telling you, here's the thing. You know the area. Okay, so you got Fells Point, you got Canton, you got Greektown, right? So this is the last pocket of properties in this area. Bayview is just blowing up right now. Yard 56, Hopkins is putting mixed use property in there, still developing and everything. I mean, this is the last pocket before those things start to blow up and go over $300,000. Okay, you're going to make money. I rented the property out because I was getting married, and I was planning a wedding. I was in the middle of a renovation last year. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get everything done. I didn't want to go on my planning a wedding and dealing with the house.
Right.
So you got a month of us going on there. I mean, you're going to be able to get like $2,000 a month for that property. Check it out. We're going to be 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. I mean, that area is just blowing up. You can get money out of this property, cash flow it, for God's sakes, man. Hold on to it for another 2 years. You're going to fucking make a bank on it. I mean, it's going to be my loss, but I can't wait 2 years. My wife wants, we got to.
I understand. Happy wife, happy life, man. Well, congratulations on that, and I'll take it back to my team, and I'll hit you back up as soon as possible if it fits for us. But yeah.
So if you guys, I'm telling you right now, next year you would have put it on the market, you would have sell it, cash flow it, make some money, hold on to it, and then just turn around and sell it. You'll be able to get like $280, almost to $300,000. You hold on to it for 2 years, you're gonna be almost double. You're gonna be up like Fed Hill prices. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Just back because of all the growth and what Hopkins' baby is doing over there.
Right, Greektown. Yes.
It's location. Look, you got people from BC moving up. They can't afford Columbia. I have a lot of people that contacted me, okay, because they work, but it's so convenient. They can jump on 895, 95, they can take $295. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that work there but need to have affordable housing. And DC right now, Gaithersburg and all that whole area, it's just too expensive, man.
Absolutely. Well, what's a good email address for you then? Because if we do work something out, I'll get my team to put something on paper if we. But what's your good email address?
Yeah, I need to do that soon because I have, like I said, I'm not gonna, I don't want to like rush or anything. But I just got off the phone with another person that called me about the house.
Right.
Everybody's. But because listen, if I'm an investor, I want to jump in that area. And if I had the opportunity and wasn't married, shit, I'd be buying off right now.
So I know you said
definitely.
I know you said that you have to make sure you soon. Let me just double check real quick before I get your email though. You said on the 12th you're going to make a decision. Has that changed? Will you be making a decision before then?
I gotta make it. I gotta get it as soon as possible.
All right, awesome. So let me work on this right now. What's your email address?
Send it to address. It's my full name, Peter.
Mm-hmm. And ELIO.
ELIOPOULOS@gmail.com. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I got it. All right, got it here. All right, let me jump on this, and then hopefully we'll be able to work together. But if not, it sounds like you got a lot of good folks lined up. But I'll call you back as soon as possible, or as soon as I get this team.
All right. It's a good opportunity, man. And if you need like private money, I mean, there's a lot out there that's you can do.
We're always always building relationships in that way. But you're absolutely right.
Are you working with a private lender? Are you worried about? Are you able to work with someone?
Oh, I do have lenders. I do have a private access to private money. But if you have access to private money, I'm always raising funds. So if you know some folks, I would love to build a relationship with folks.
I mean, there's a lot. Let's see here. Let's see. Just looking at some other people there. I have a buddy of mine I went to high school with, Mark Owens.
Mark. Yeah, I know Mark really well. Yeah. Yeah,
Mark and I went to school together.
Oh, that's a good guy. Yeah, I go to his network. He's one who actually showed me how to comp rehabs.
Yeah, Mark's a good guy, very smart guy.
Yeah.
It's hard because it was a different Mark when we were in high school.
That's what he told me. He has some stories. He has some. He showed me pictures and.
So you're running with the same people that I know.
Yeah.
They know me.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to be honest with you. I think it's a good opportunity for you to get in here, Courtney. You're going to make bank. Like I said, cash flow this property. Hold on to it. Don't because the area is booming. You wait till the development of Hopkins, like I said, with the Yard 56, they've already developed over there. They're doing more, and it's just going to be a beautiful thing. And I'm just telling you, I'm sorry I have to sell it.
Yeah.
Because I would hold on to it for about another year, and put about $90,000 in my pocket. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. This is a good property. I wouldn't be selling it. My wife has just got we got kids, like I said, and I got the first and second in my name, and the bank won't need the money or divert the buy hell,
All right. Well, let me jump on this. All right. Well, I'm gonna get right to it. We'll actually have a meeting at 11 o'clock with one of the partners. So we'll look at this, and I'll give you a call back after that, man. All right.
11 o'clock. I'm going to be caught up after that, but I will be available between a little after 3, between 3 and 4.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. At 3 and 4, I'll put a note here.
If you have something on paper, just text me. Let me know.
All right.
Give us my phone number, so I can check the email. All right.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Have a great morning, man. All right, take care. All right, this is a good guy, but I don't want to spend too much time because, he has a lot of people vying for it. I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to get my stuff lost in the shuffle, so I wanted to put it at the right time. And I thought that the property was around 135. He is right about everything he said about the area, but you can't buy for appreciation, folks. You can't. Excuse me. You got to base your numbers on what the market's telling you right now. The area he's talking about is gentrifying. It's blowing up, even with market housing prices dropping steadily the last couple of months. That's still, I know it's going to be a great place. I know it's a good spot. It's going to continue to appreciate. However, I can't tell my buyers that, hey, I'm bought this property at 99% discount or 1% discount because I know it's going to appreciate, and so there'll be a 30% discount in 3 years. Nah, you got to buy it for what it's worth right now. So I did send a text to a couple of friends of mine. Friends and people I've worked with before, other wholesalers, to get their opinion on what the actual comp is because my numbers don't show it. But if I'm wrong, maybe I'm trending wrong, maybe I'll be able to get this property. And then I know somebody who might be able to have a buyer for it already because I've already tapped them on the shoulder and was like, yo, you know any buyers for this? So let's see if my folks call me back. Matter of fact, I should holler. Damn, wish Jason was up here or Justin. It's corn. It has the juice. I can't think of a more beautiful thing. It's corn. Little boy, so cute in that viral video. It's corn. Magical. I don't know what they're saying, obviously, but
980425001 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
She's talking super fast. Jennifer. What I gotta say about Jennifer? Said maybe in a few months I'll call back mid-August. Okay. Damn, it's September. Time is flying by. God dang. How is it September already? It's corn. Hey, 4 5 o'clock. Do you think?
Hi, this is Jennifer Walker. I'm unavailable to take your call right now, so please leave a message and I will call you back as soon as possible. Thanks.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
What? What the heck is going on here? He said, I can't think of a more beautiful thing. It's corn. Hey, Donald. This is the law office. Okay. Let me call the law office, see if I can find this property. I want to ask some folks, what do you do when you call a law office to get a property under contract? Like, what's that all about? All right. Going a little slow today, it feels like, but that's all right. I'm just letting the new numbers load up. All Hopefully somebody will call me or text me back so I can know, at least get someone else's opinion. Ooh, I'm playing golf today. Surprise, surprise. All righty then. Oh, they have a closing today. At 3:30, we have a closing on the house today. Okay, cool. Congrats. I meant to say congrats on the closing. Do you happen to have other property? Do you happen to have other property you'd consider selling? I think I already did this. What are you talking about? S10 DLS registration. I already registered. A lot of these apps and services are asking, making sure you register for some new compliance. I need to look into it about texting and calling and messaging. I hope I thought I already filled it out, but for some reason it's tripping. Not tripping. It says that some of my texts may not go through if my registration has been completed. Let me double check, make sure my registration is completed. They've already. I know they charged me, so they better. Oh, it says it's successful. Thank goodness. Woohoo! USA. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, Randy. This is Courtney. I'm glad I caught you. I'm great. How about yourself? How you doing?
I've been okay. Just catching up from vacation still, but all good.
Oh, how was vacation?
I went down to Ocean City. I got a couple houses down there.
Oh, cool. Well, cool, man. Well, you know me. I'm calling to follow up on those Morrison and the commercials.
So here's the deal. 41. The hell, Morrison Court. I can't even remember the number on it. 4115 Morrison Court.
Mm-hmm.
That one is available.
All right.
Client passed on it. Can't do anything right now.
Okay.
Just financially, just not ready. So, but if you are interested in that property, I was advised by my attorney to sell that empty, meaning I'm not passing a client to you. Now, to put in perspective what I'm talking about here, I'm not going to tell the client to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me to.
Right.
If we make a deal. However, you're going to be renting it. You're not going to be renting under the auspice of it's a client that goes along with the deal. In other words, that you assume
Right.
my existing lease. In other words, you will have to act like the place is empty. You and the client will have to sign a new lease.
Right.
I don't want any trail of issues, such as the stupid lead certificate shit.
Right.
So I'm not going to produce that, and I'm not getting involved. And I haven't.
but I'm not producing it. That's not going to be part of our sale. And lowers. The only way to do that, the attorney said, is to keep myself clear of any of that garbage, is now or in the future, is to sell it either empty or sell it with you knowing it does not have a lease in place that goes along with it, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense. And what's, if you don't mind me asking, what's your reasoning behind that?
Because I'm listening to my attorney.
Heck yeah, I do that. I got you. Gotcha.
You know, and basically my attorney said, look, you don't know where this shit with this. The problem is the lead shit changes from time to time. You know, and what they do is they upgrade that shit and they put new regulations in place. It's mostly a money grab. I'm sure you know as much about it as I do, or more. But when I got that last time I had to get a lead check on that place, the lead check was lead safe.
Right.
You know the difference between lead safe and lead free?
Lead free and yeah. I just know the slight nuances, but yeah.
Yeah. So here's the way it used to be. And hold on a second, let me push the voicemail. Okay, so when you go for a lead, at least this is the way it used to be. When you go for a lead certificate, or they do a lead test on any of these houses in Baltimore, which are required if they're manufactured by such and such a date back, because they're so old. They will, if the numbers are, if it has lead that's found in it, but it's not, it's like within the range, it will be considered lead safe.
Right. Okay.
If you do all of the shit and get a lead-free rating on it, you never have to get a lead test again. Obviously, it's lead-free. It's declared lead-free. The problem is that it's not in the business sense. It's not business smart for any of these companies to do these tests. To issue, they make it very, very difficult. I think they used to make it even more difficult than it truly was to get a lead-free.
Yeah.
Because then you're never going to call them again.
There's no money in the cure, right?
Right.
Yeah, jeez.
In fact, I busted a guy one time for playing that fucking bullshit game with me
That's
on another
right.
house I owned.
Yeah.
And almost got a fist fight with the guy.
Yeah.
Because I blocked his text. In other words, when I was young and dumb and didn't know any better, I had a house that they came in, took the gun, shot all the readings they were going to do, and when I went before he left, because the house was so clean, I said, so if I take care of all these areas, I'm going to be lead free. He said, yes. So I went ahead. First, I had to replace the stairs going down to the basement.
Yeah.
In this particular instance, which I did. Because it was worth it to me to get the lead free.
Right.
So when I called the guy a month or so later, the work was complete. It wasn't a lot of stuff. That was the biggest thing, was the stairs going down. But when the contractor finished the job, we did what was necessary to rectify it. The same guy come back to do it and met with me again. He goes around and he's checking all his prior spots to make sure I've done the work. And then he took and aimed that gun up at a spot that he didn't do the first test. And when he did, I blocked it. I threw my hand.
Oh, yeah. Dang. Like, nah, bro.
So,
nope.
What's that?
Yeah, it's like, no, man, that's not how this is gonna work. Nope.
Yeah, exactly. I said, no. I have a notepad here of every place you shot this thing, and that ain't one of the spots, with all due respect. And he says, well, we have total discretion wherever we can shoot.
That's ridiculous.
I got a smile on my face. I said, so really, pretty much it's impossible to get a lead free, right? He goes, well, I'm not going to say that. I said, well, you are saying that if you're trying to now shoot an area that you didn't shoot the first time. When you told me if all those areas were corrected, I would be lead free.
Right.
And I said, my advice to you, Hoss, is you better get the fuck out of my house while you can still walk.
Oh,
because in a few minutes here, that camera, I'm going to put it under my foot, crush that $10,000 motherfucker, and I'm beating the fuck out of you, or you're beating the fuck out of me. One of those two. I said,
Jeez.
you might whip my ass, but you're going to have to do it.
You're gonna have to do it.
Right now.
Yeah, you got to do it. That's what I'm talking about.
So anyway, that's my badass story of how I avoided getting screwed by somebody. So with all that said, this house, I learned my lesson that that's a scam. It's a bunch of shit. It's not in their best interest to ever give that freeze out because then they don't charge anymore. So
that's ridiculous.
41, skip forward to 4115, when I got, that house was really clean and got a lead safe with nothing really needing to be done. The guy I bought it from had went through and done a ton of crap on it on his own, because his grandmother was actually living there for a while. So, that house is led, but over the years, since that's happened, there's been updates and stuff, which I never bothered to keep up with.
Right.
I let the house sit for some time, just thinking, because, I was in between on what I was going to do with it. Was I wasn't going to re-rent it? Was I going to sell it? What was I going to do? So that's why my lawyer said, look, I don't know that the med shit has gotten
you don't deal with all of that.
A little better, he said, but it's probably going to be smart for you to either have that property empty. In fact, that's what my lawyer said. He said, if you make a deal and you're going to sell that house, make sure that whoever you sell it to knows they're getting it empty, so that this can never, none of this bullshit, no matter whatever happens, can ever come back on you.
Got you. So how long does your tenants have to be there, though? Do they have are they currently, I guess, do they have a current lease on it now that we have to wait for it to sell?
No, they got a month to month.
Okay. It would just be considered vacant.
They've been there so long that their lease converted to a month to month. So it's not a problem. But in the same token, I'm telling you all this to tell you this. We would need to make a deal on it before I tell them to vacate, or, we make arrangements to hand them off with the house in such a way that they're starting from scratch with you with new documentation.
Right.
And I don't want to do that unless I know we're going to have a deal. There's no sense of me running them off.
Exactly.
They're great tenants.
Got you.
So we need this whole thing to tell you that, I'm going to baby step this thing. That house is available, but I'm not kicking them out, and I'll do whichever you want. I'll either kick them out if we make a deal, or, and give them a month's notice to leave, or we can tear up my documentation and you can pretend they're brand new people.
All right, so let me make sure I get this.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And that's it. That's it. But I don't want to. If I tell them that I'm selling it to somebody else, and and I try to tell them this whole story, they may get cold feet and bug out anyway.
Right.
And what I don't want to do is us make a deal, me try to explain this to them, that they can stay, but they get cold feet and decide to try to make other arrangements, move out anyway.
And then someone.
And then you don't buy it.
Right.
For some reason, the deal falls through with us, and I'm stuck with an empty property just because I tried to sell it to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, let me make sure I repeat what you said so I can know, and then I have a couple of points to maybe address. So still open to selling, but want to make sure on the advice of your lawyer that when it's handed over, it is vacant. If the tenants do come with the property, that's completely different, new, no transitions over, which I would imagine you want to make sure, as you just said, you want to make sure that is actual deal. So usually after we sign, there's usually maybe about a 6 to 7 day period where I get to get all my partners, all the guys I'm going to work with in there. But then that time, so let's say like today we agree on the terms, price, closing. I would put in a 5 to 7 day inspection where I would get my guys over there. And then at that point, I would absolutely 100% know. And after the 5 days is over, then if we don't perform, which, we plan to perform, you would receive the earnest money deposit. So it sounds like you would want a good earnest money deposit in a shorter inspection period.
No, I don't really care about that. This property is such a small price property. I mean, it's not $100,000 higher house. You know, obviously, if we go, if I were you, I would bounce all this off of your people and make sure that everybody's on board.
Right.
Because I don't care. I mean, I really don't care. You know, I want to clear it off my books, but I'm making money on it every month that I don't.
Right.
So,
Okay.
And I'm calling you because we've been through. I've talked to you, and you've been so persistent.
Mm.
Now, so check with your people. Make sure that, you know, obviously, if you give me a deposit, and I don't care, I'll give you enough of a time frame that it's not going to make it hard.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'll work with you on that. But if for some reason after today, if you tell me, you call me and say, "Yep, we agreed all those terms," and you give me a deposit, and for some reason it don't happen, then yeah, you forfeit the deposit.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Well,
you know, and it's not my intent to try to fuck you out of a deposit
nah.
to sell the property, but
Right.
it ain't worth a whole lot of my brain power. This
I hear you.
transaction is going to be small enough that it's just stupid.
Well, Randy, you've been on the up and.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying you've been on the up and up on every step of the way. So I appreciate that. But
Okay.
So
now, moving on, and you're welcome, because you know I don't want any further hassles or
right.
misunderstandings either. You know, I tried to give the guy the opportunity, and he yes. No, I can't do it. You know, and that kind of pisses me off.
I hear you.
So now we're moving on to 1603. Here's where that's at. But the body shop,
Right.
the commercial property. The guy is starting. This guy is. I'm a little surprised by the way this is unfolding. So this guy wants this property. Let me start off by saying that he has given me a pretty significant deposit already that he's had on. You know, I've had an escrow for 6 months now. Well, when did you go over there and walk through that?
Wow, that may have been about 5 or 6 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So the day when you went over there and walked through there, the next day I got a deposit from him.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, he was dragging his feet until he saw there was somebody else on it. And then he got, you know, he lit a fire under his ass. But after that, and we had our terms were this. Our terms were $250,000. I was holding them for 20 years, believe it or not.
Right.
At 9%. At 9%. He was going to be financing about 210. So he was going to be giving me a total of 30 grand deposit money. The rest of it at the settlement table. And he was paying his side of the closing costs, obviously. And that was going to leave about, by our estimation, by about 210 grand financed.
All right.
For 20 years at 9%. So all that was established.
Right.
Now he wanted to have a lawyer handle it that I was fine with. I said, look, you know, you're going to have a lawyer. I have a lawyer who does this stuff for me. I don't care who you use. So his lawyer was supposed to reach out to my lawyer.
Right.
Right after you walk through within weeks and get the ball rolling. You know, draw up something as per our agreement, you know, standard kind of contract, purchase contract. This lawyer sends over a contract to my lawyer that's all discombobulated. You know, it's $235 grand as the purchase price, which I felt like I was giving this guy a bargain on that place as it was anyway. I mean, even in the last 6 months, the property values have went up 10 to 12%. So, but I kept reminding him of that. You know, the interest rates are going up, and the value of this property, all these properties are going up. They continue just to fly high. So, but I was patient with him. His lawyer sends my lawyer a letter with all the terms and shit, you know, completely, you know,
jacked up
just
and
a
all.
little bit off of what we agreed to.
Right.
Not by a lot, but just enough to piss me off. So I reached back at him. I said, Joe, what's going on here, man? We had all this. This was all settled business. What is this shit your lawyer said? Oh, I don't know, man. I told him what to draw up. You know, I'll check. So in the meantime, my lawyer makes a correction on his documentation
Okay.
To bring it up to what we had agreed to.
Right.
And sends it back to his lawyer. Then the waiting game begins. You know how long it takes lawyers to send just a fucking letter.
Right. They don't get paid for their speed.
So his lawyer, and I'm going right to the horse's mouth, the jail, and I said, hold it, we agreed to all this shit. This was simple. You just needed somebody to draft it, and it was done.
Right.
There's no negotiating, no haggling. So he said, I don't know, man, I don't know what he's doing. So weeks and months go by. We get into the summer. Everything gets pushed back as usual. And a lot of times, he's reaching out. I said, look, I ain't talking to my lawyer, but my lawyer calls me immediately. I said, I guarantee you, if he got a letter or an email from your attorney, I would know about it within an hour of him receiving it. My lawyer don't play around.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons I like it. So I said, I think your lawyer's, just got a lot on his plate, and he's just, he hasn't got around to it or whatever. So then I get a letter last week from him, or an email. Every time I'm collecting the rent from this guy, I'm saying, what the fuck is going on? Another month is going by. So then we get into we get into July. And I did that again. I said, Joe, what the hell's going on here? The interest rate's going up 2 times now. And I'm about to raise the interest rate on you. And it's going to cost you more money. I said, if this thing goes from 8% to 9%, that can be $150, $200 a month on your payment, just so you know. So, and at this point, I've got his deposit, but there's nothing in writing.
Right.
Okay. That's how good we get along. There's a trust level there. There's a trust factor where he didn't even require. He gave me a check, so he's got his canceled check as the deposit.
Right.
But we don't have anything in writing, formally.
So what do you think?
Said, well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I said to him, you need to put up your lawyer's ass. I want this done before the end of summer, before the end of next month, which was August. I said, if you don't have it done by the end of August, I'm raising the interest rate. And he said, okay, I'll get on his ass. And he's like, I want it done too. I got the money, to go to the settlement table. What the fuck's taking so long? I said, well, what's taking so long is there's shit that's got to be done that's out of our hands that your lawyer's got to do, like settle up with the city. There's got to be tax transfer stamps. So there's a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. And that shit takes time. I said, this ain't like buying a huge car that you can grab and write a check for, and when the check clears the next day, you go pick it up. It don't work that way. So this is his first property purchase.
I got you.
So I said, I'm trying to coach him along. And he, I don't hear from him. The lines go quiet. And then finally, when I reach out to him, middle August, a few weeks ago, as to what the fuck's going on, I know August, and I know we're not going to settlement by this point.
Right.
So, but he, I said, well, what's going on? And he says, it's on your end. My lawyer said your lawyer's dragging his feet. So I called John, my lawyer, and I said, John, what's the deal with this property purchase at 1603? He said, Randy, I ain't heard nothing. He goes, I sent back what you told me to send back, and I ain't heard a thing.
Wow.
I said, okay. So I hit Joe back up, and I said, Joe, it ain't on my end. And I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but your lawyer's bullshitting you. My lawyer I just spoke to, and it's crickets from your lawyer. Nothing. So he says, all right. So he calls the lawyer back. The lawyer then sends my lawyer a revised offer that changes something else. I know what solution. So this is about a week ago. His lawyer, just at near the end of August, not into September yet, week and a half ago, let's say, sends a thing to my lawyer saying, your guy's price is too high. I have 2 comps here, that prove it relatively close in the neighborhood. One comp sold for $100,000, the other comp sold for $117,000. Well, I know the neighborhood, right?
All right.
In fact, one of the comps, the one comp he had, neither building a quarter of the size of my building, no fenced in lot, not even as big of an outside storage lot. It's an old gas station.
Okay.
Right? And it's just not a comp. It's just ridiculous. I mean, and long story short, the other comp was a complete wreck of a building with no outside storage yard whatsoever.
And
to park two cars on a backland right behind the building.
And in addition, when you're comping commercial properties, you don't base it off. Don't you base it off the income that it's generating, not the. It's different from residential. So
that's one way. That's one methodology he's doing it. But he's trying to treat it just like a regular old house.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
So
Anyways.
I said, okay. I said, well, I tell you what, that's good news. I said because number one, neither one of those comps are both tiny by comparison, way smaller, and one of them is not even. It really shouldn't even have been used as a comp. The one comp he used was probably would put my property worth $100,000 to $150,000 higher. You know, based on the lot size and based on the building size and all that shit. Comp number two would have put my building at about $500,000. Okay, so I said, you know, his lawyer's actually working him into a rat hole here because his lawyers are good news for me to justify me hugely increasing the price. So, but to make matters worse, if that wasn't bad enough, the one comp for $100,000, that's the only of one of the two that you could use, but it's probably 1/3 the size of the property. I know the owner of that property closely. I used to do tons of work for him. And there was $100,000 under the table purchase.
It's not on the books.
$100,000 on the record and $100,000 cash.
Yep.
So,
Jeez.
you know, now I'm not going to go throwing anybody under the bus because I don't need to. His own, even by going with his methodology, my property should be close to double.
So he's about to get himself in trouble. So what's the next step for you all? What's
So what I did was, I called up Joe. Wait a minute. I'm not trying to eat up your clock here, but this gets real funny. This gets even better. So then John calls me, my lawyer, about an hour after he sends me the first email. Of course, after I had a chance to go through it, I reached out to the buyer, Joe, and I said, what the fuck?
Right.
You know, we had all this shit worked out. What's your guy doing? Do you guys control this guy's leash or what? You know, this guy's going to blow this deal for you.
Yep.
So then John calls me, my lawyer, about an hour later. I hear nothing from my buyer. No response to the text. My lawyer calls me about an hour later. He says, Randy, you can't talk to your buyer anymore. I said, excuse me? He said, I just got an email from his lawyer saying he does not wish to speak to you about this.
What?
And has everything, all the correspondence needs to go through the attorneys.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know what that did to me.
Oh, my God. Bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, exactly. So
Jeez.
I said, John, we don't have to wait till next week. Because what I told John was, my lawyer, I said, let me go ahead and I'm going to do a little due diligence here. And I'm going to put together what his comps are to shoot him in the foot. It's going to take me till after the holiday. And hopefully that's a squelch that. I thought about it. I thought, you know what, I'm not spending an hour or two of my time doing all that. I said, John, here's what you reply. Send a letter back to his lawyer saying the price is $250, the term is 20 years, and the rate is 9%. That's what we agreed to. That was the agreement me and Joe Reed made.
Right.
I said either he wants to take the deal as we had discussed and agreed upon,
Right.
or he can walk away and break the deal and break our agreement. I said, use those words. I said, because if this guy has had a change of heart for some reason, now I want to know what I have to do legally with this deposit. Because he's breaking the deal, not me.
Not you, right. Woo! Getting interesting.
Nobody out of no money. But now I'm thinking, now I got to go to court and tell them, the body shop might be available now.
Oh man, I thought that guy, it sounded like such a great story. A young guy working hard in your shop. You give him a great deal.
There's one more twist to it.
What's that?
Has to do with him being a young no. So in the meantime, after I told my lawyer what the fire off is, nope, no negotiation. This is the terms, take it or leave it. Then my tenant, a buyer, reaches out to me by text finally and says, no, I never told my lawyer not to do that.
What?
My lawyer's handling only the details. We can still talk about it.
Oh, it's so weird. This is getting weirder and weird.
Yeah, so I basically said, Joe, I hate to tell you this, but until this is cleared up, we can't talk about it. I said, I'm coming up next week, which I'm getting ready to go up there today for the rent.
Uh-huh.
I said, I'm coming up there for the rent like we always do. I said, but we can't talk about the deal until you straighten out and get a leash and get control of
Jesus, what is that?
Now, I said, your lawyer is just trying to milk you.
Yeah, he's creating, that's okay, creating issues so that he can get paid.
This is trying to treat you like a divorce lawyer.
Right.
Where every letter he writes is going to be hundreds of dollars. And I said, and I blame part of this on you. Because we already had all this agreed upon,
lined up,
settled.
Right.
I said, you either didn't convey to him or he's trying to manipulate you. So I didn't even get into the inadequacy with him of the comps that the lawyer sent, because I'm not even sure he knows the lawyer is trying to browbeat me down.
Right. Always something to do, something extra.
I said, John, at that rate, if he's talking, there's no chance, there's zero chance that property will be sold for less than $250. There's zero chance. It's only going to $250 because of him. Because now the properties have all went up in value, albeit not as much as a beach house. But even Baltimore City has enjoyed an increase over the last year, 18 months.
Right.
Which never factored in. Our original agreement was based on a year to 18 months ago land value pricing. So, with all that said, that's where I said this poor kid is. I said to my lawyer, I said, John, for anything under a quarter, for anything under $250, it would be stupid for me to sell that property because I'm getting $22.50 a month for that property. I get it every month, and he never even Courtney jipped me out of during COVID 2 years ago. He never even. I got the full amount
nice.
Every month even during COVID. So that's how good of a relationship.
Right. Seemed like
He never played the bullshit card. Hey man, I can't pay you this
right.
month. He never even did that. So I said, and I'm getting $22.50 a month. I said, do you realize how much money? I said, if his lawyer's trying to bullshit and say that that's $150,000 property or some whatever that he's got in his head. I said, who in the right mind getting, $27,000 to $29,000 a year income from that property? Who would sell that?
Right.
If that's all it was worth. I
Right.
said, that's like getting,
the cap rate is crazy. Exactly. You're getting like just hand over fist. Yeah.
I said, I got news for you. That's the money I was getting. I said, I'm barely able, if it wasn't for me wanting just to be done with this and to be done with Baltimore City, it's kind of stupid for me to sell it for $250. It really is. Because I'm still getting over 10% on my money every year. Right. And I'm getting it in cash. He's paying me cash every month. Crush $100 bills and a $50.
Yes, sir. It's a shame. Well, hopefully it'll work out for him and it won't be a tough, too tough of a lesson. If whatever reason we're able to step in, I do think just looking at the terms, they still seem favorable for us. So we're, I want you to consider us a backup buyer, Randy. We're not trying to step in and yank this out of that young man's hand either. Definitely would love to work with you, but
I told you that story to tell you to get ready.
All right.
Now his lawyer's pissed me off, and in 4 years, he's been in there for 4 or 5 years. I have to look at the calendar, but he's been there for 4 or 5 years. Predates COVID by a lot, and I've never raised the rent on him one time. Not this month, but next month. If this thing drags on, I'm raising his rent $500 a month.
Wow. Well,
because he's in a month-to-month lease too.
Got you. Well, I'm going to.
These are both old leases.
So is this? I think you have 10 days. Should I set on my calendar to call back in 10 days to see where you all are? All right. And for as the And what number were we at for the? I'm just circling back to the Morrison Court. What number were we at for that, so I can take it to my team?
40.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take it to my team. That information there too. You know, of course, we're not necessarily licking our chops. We're always going to keep our eyes open for Plum Street. But can I call you back in about an hour? I'm going to send all this information about not Plum Street, but Morrison Court, and see what our team can do.
Yeah, go ahead. If I don't answer, if I'm driving or something, just leave a message.
Sounds good. Well, dang man, that's a crazy story. That's some chicken soup stuff right there, Randy. But I'm pretty sure everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to, man. And I'll just give you a call back. All right then.
Let me know if I'm Morrison Court.
All right.
Just start putting it in the back of your head about Palm Street in case it goes south.
All right. Thanks, man. Take care.
Now, that guy, just so you know, he won't be able to move real easy, in my opinion.
Okay.
So if, let's say it goes bad and he doesn't get Palm Street, you want it, you buy it, I will leave him in place. I don't have a problem with that because it's, it's a business property, not a house.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks, man. I'll talk to you a little bit later this evening. All right. Take care.
All right, bye.
Ooh, Mr. Randy. So, yeah, that was a long conversation, and he was giving me a lot of great information. That deal is a sweet deal. Young man messing up his opportunity to keep a body shop. You heard all the numbers he was saying. But the reason I try to usher phone calls off a little quicker than that, but I literally listened to a podcast this morning. Steve Trang was talking to someone, and he was like, yo, those long conversations are the ones that usually convert. I'm not all the way in that school. I do agree. The longer the conversation, the more likely it's going to convert. But at a certain point, I'm like, oh, I know this is a deal. I know it's probably going to happen. Let me move on. But I didn't want to be too rude. And I definitely don't want to ever disrespect the sellers that I'm able to make an income off, but that Morrison Court deal is a deal all day long. I'm just stalled. I don't want to be like, yeah, we can do it right now. But the stuff he says, only thing is his lawyer wants him to deliver it vacant. That's I'm like, you see how I didn't like, oh yes, we prefer vacant. Nah, I didn't want to spill my candy in the lobby. I didn't wanted him to feel the I don't say tension, but people like to buy instead of be sold. I know this is not traditional sell buy because I'm trying to sell my right to buy your stuff. It's a different, slightly different, not paradigm, but slightly different model. But I still want to go back and be like, okay, we talked about it. Looks like if we're able to do what you asked, desire, need, pain, then we might be able to do this. Yeah, so I'll call him back in about an hour. I think I already have a contract written out for that property. Ooh, doggy, but that wasn't a long one, doggy. But that's gonna be a good one. Yeah, I've been same guy. I'm talking to this guy about 6 different properties since 2020, and there's been certain gaps where it'd be me 3 months, 6 months or so, but consistent almost once a month, once a week, once a whatever that time period of our conversation called for. And he actually called me back last week, and you may have heard him in that conversation. Nancy?
This is Nancy. Please leave a name.
Say
number.
That the reason he coming to me is because I've been so persistent.
Thank you.
Nancy, how's it going? This is Courtney, just checking in to see how you're doing. Hopefully things are working out. Anyways, we're still thinking about that piece of land over there with the property on Maryland Avenue. Give me a call when you get the chance. 443-969-7202. 443-969-7202. Yeah, Jason, what's going on? First of all, I hope you're doing well. I saw Nick up here. What's up, Nick? What up, team? Root to the bros. Long live Sadi. But yeah, that was a gentleman. Has about 6 commercial properties and 1 residential property. The one residential. The residential property. I think it's a good deal because I have one over there for the price he's asking for. I have one under contract that actually is a full rehab. So that one, we get it for 40. Might be able to get that out there at 60. It's corn. We have the juice. I can't think of a more beautiful thing. It's corn. What do you say after that? Something lump of juice. So I can't. We have the juice. I can't think of a more beautiful thing. That's all in my head. Little boy is so cute. It's cool.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 4107127 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, how's it going? This is Courtney, just giving you a call. Seeing Miss Vanessa, if you were able to get through with the selling of the property. Feel free to call me back when you get the chance, and hope you were doing well. Let me ask Miss Vanessa. Hi there, Miss Vanessa. I hope you and the grandbabies, you and the grandkids are doing well. Did you sell Poplar Grove? Dang, there was somebody else I was supposed to send. Simply has it. I'm supposed to send somebody else a contract. How are available yet? Available. All right. What am I doing? I'm doing something. Oh, I'm checking to see if I actually have, because I might already have a contract for this thing. Purchase. Dagnummit. He trying to take everything. Voice message said his name is Bill. Who is Bill? I don't know this guy. Why am I talking to him? This is a no name. So when sometimes in our system, because we're cold calling on Mojo, they'll get our phone number and call back, and they're not even the property owner or owner of any property. And so they'll call back and they'll automatically in Simply create a lead for them, which, at the end of the day can be a little annoying, because it's like, dang, all these leads being created. But I'd rather that than accidentally, lose it or something like that, because it slipped through the cracks. And so sometimes I'll get task up here because I have an automatic task that if somebody comes through, I want to double check, make sure this ain't no, bogus lead. That's something that your lead manager should be doing. All right, let's see what William's talking about. It has the juice. Oh boy. I ain't never.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 443-891 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, William, how's it going? This is Courtney, checking to see if you were able to get a copy of the purchase agreement for the Fern Park land. I was able to get the amount approved for the next several days. And yeah, so just checking in on that. And give me a call when we get the chance, and hopefully we'll be able to connect then. All right, have a great one, man. Take care. This is the guy who said he would sell, but is not selling. Hey there. Did you see did the document for Fern Park go through? Song is straight in my head now. Little boy in my head. It's cool. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the way the world works, now you're gonna, as soon as we get off this, you're probably going to hear that song. Well, not song, but that viral video of that cute little kid explaining why he loved corn. And it's so cute. Like, I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. He said, I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. That is so cute. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. Oh man. What a time to be alive, have access to all this. All these people and all these people in the world. See, I'm just on the low, y'all. I'm creating a purchase agreement right quick for property because I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna make it a real special, like that talks about taking it as is and stuff, so that the hell, so that that there's a special consideration that was taken for his request. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? So when he asked about, making it delivered vacant, I'm going to put that all bold and black and stuff. But I'll do that after we get off the phone here. After I get off these calls.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? This is Courtney, man. Just giving you a call about Cuthbert Avenue. I think you were talking to some of my team about that property back in the day. But I was calling because I told you I'd call you back to see if you might be interested in selling around that time.
No, that property is not for sale.
Okay, cool. Well, while I have you on the phone, though, do you have other property you might consider selling?
You can look at 1810 East 31st Street, I believe. I just purchased that.
Okay.
And I might be interested in selling that one if you're interested in buying.
I'll take a look. Cool. Was it something you're about to renovate or something?
Well, it got a lot of renovation already done in it.
Oh, okay.
And just need to finish up.
I just need to finish up. Got you. Is this sound like is this a bad time? Sound like I got you at a bad time. Should I call back later to get more information, or?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing something, so you can call back.
All right, cool. And I just got you under your LLC, Little Lilas. But I'm Courtney. How should I address you? What's your name?
Just say Lila. Lila.
All right, Lila. Okay. All right, cool. I'll take a look and I'll make a note of this and call you back to get more information and maybe work from there.
Okay.
All right, take care.
No
Bye bye. All right, there's a couple things I did wrong on this one. First of all, the name was Little Lilas LLC. Well, one of his kids. But anyways, so I got a little thrown off by the way I should introduce myself. Hey, what's going on? All that good stuff. And second, I didn't set a specific as opposed to specific. I just set a specific time that I would call back, which is a no-no. I don't know why I did. And as I was getting off the phone, I was like, set it up, but I didn't set it up. So it's all good. So what I'm gonna do though is create another lead with this information in here for the other one. But you see that question though? the question you always ask, I think I just did a reel about that. Do you have other properties you may be interested in selling? Even if you, particularly after you bought the property, because after you bought one of their properties or worked with them before, because they really want to, repeat, but you should have known it by then. But at any point, what I'm saying is always ask, do you happen to have other property you might be interested in selling? And if you want to throw a little Brent Daniels flair on it, you can say, especially ones that need some love. So this one, I'm going to activate a trip to call every day. Follow up every day. Boom, boom. And I'm going to also put the notes in there that he says it was just bought it. So why would he sell it? Why would he sell? I needed to get into that, but I knew he was brushing me off a little bit. I could sense it. Maybe I made an assumption. Just bought it. Why would he sell is the question I want to ask myself. I leave those notes too. If I didn't ask a question that I want to ask or move to an area I wanted to go to, I'll leave those notes as well. Just bought it. Why would he sell? Has been partially renovated and needs to finish. I'm not making assumptions about it, but I'm assuming, I guess I'm making assumptions. My assumption, which I'm going to check, is that he, is an investor and probably has more projects than he can take on right now. So there it is. But we got another lead off of asking that question. Do you happen to have other property interest seller? So I'm going to text him and tell him I'll call him. What time I'll call him? Hi, Lila. He said he didn't have an S on it. Hi, Lila. This is Courtney. We just spoke, and you shared about 31st Street. Feel free to save my number. I'll call back by this time tomorrow to discuss. Take care. Ooh, Mr. Major Wincook, boy. I like that name. Let's see. All right, so I did that. ARV's around 320. He talking about 250. All right, I'm gonna set up a time to meet this guy. I think I got a appointment tomorrow at 12. So if I can get out there at 12, 11, 10, see if I can get out there 10 tomorrow morning. Hey, Eric, how's it going? This is Courtney. Gentleman I spoke to last Friday. Yeah. So I did share with my team, man. Thanks so much for sharing all the information. It looks like the price you want is pretty close to where we want to be at. Are you all open-minded to any room on that price?
No.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll let my folks know, but I think they want to be a little lesser, so I didn't want to set up a meeting with I didn't want to waste your time. All right, man. I'll take a look and I'll hit you back later. All right, take care. A little bit of train wreck for myself right there. One, I want to use that word open-minded. I heard somebody use that earlier today, and I want to use it. I remember this guy had a very driver personality. You notice I was talking way more than that last very brief convo. I think I was trying to force it to get to a place where I wanted to get. ARV's around 310, 320. He wants 250. That's close. That's close. That might work, but that's close. I'm gonna check out the comps. I think I intimidated myself or let myself get intimidated right there when it really was no need at all. So check comps. Check rental comps. So I'm gonna check the rental comps. Because essentially, though, if it does look like 250 will work, at least I got him where it's like, yo, you said you do 250, so what's up? Why are we moving forward? But I think 250 is too tight. And I'm not going to be working with these properties that only have like 10K, 5K spread on them because there's not enough room for me to negotiate with my buyers. And it's just not worth the hassle. I'd rather put my energy towards properties that actually that have huge margins, you know what I mean? Which means I have to just make more calls. And I can do that. I'm prepared to make that sacrifice. Have more calls, more quality conversations, get better at sales negotiating. Yup. East Madison full address.
Good morning, Ms. Green speaking.
Hey, Ms. Green, this is Courtney Rollins from Aqua Team Home Buyers. God, I'm leaving all those messages. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Can you
Okay.
call me back in about a couple hours?
Couple hours? Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll do that. All right, thanks.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Bye-bye. Dang it. What's wrong with me today? You locking up, boy? Yo, Francesco, let's do it. Yeah, let's meet up. Let's chat. Let's chat. But I am locking up right there. She's in the meeting. Cool. I want to respect that. That was a perfect chance for me. Like, oh, well, you know, actually, I didn't want to bother you. I was just checking about Fayette Street. It doesn't sound like you want to buy. No. That wouldn't be good. Basically, what I'm saying. All right. Well, I won't hold you. I'll just check it in on Fayette Street. You know, I don't know. I'll call back in a couple hours and see where the conversation goes, regardless. So, what I'm saying is that since she had to get off, I could have qualified. Like, is there a reason for me to call back? Do I need to call you? And if she said no, I mean, then I qualify. If she says no, cool. I can just call in a couple months and keep her on the rotation. If she says yes, then I know I got someone who's thinking seriously about selling. I can't get that damn song out of my head. I don't like when I have a song in my head and I don't know how to and I don't know the lyrics, which is quite off. It ain't even a song, that's just a remix of that little boy. All right, Dennis. I got 20K approved for that butt. I made that offer back in March. Today is 9/7. I can't believe it is already that time. That's crazy. Duro Friday. This is another reason why you make calls instead of just texting or making assumptions off your notes. Because this guy told me that they're not going to sell about 3 months ago. They're going to keep it. I said, nope, we want to keep it. Okay, cool. Registration. To call. I'm like, oh, this guy's going to keep the property. But it's in my rotation to call. Let me call him back. And I was going to go into a whole. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, reached the desk at Dennis Friday. I'm sorry, I'm not in to take you.
I was going to go into a whole, hey, I know you said you're going to keep the property type stuff, but he don't remember talking to me about that. And I didn't. And he's like, yeah, we're open to sell. Dennis, how's it going? This is Courtney. Check your email. I was able to send over the purchase agreement for Walbrook, and I was able to get 20K approved. Give me a call and get the chance, and hopefully we'll be able to move forward from there. Cheers. Dang, it's 10:55. I'm supposed to be. I think I'm supposed to be in the meeting in five minutes. All right, folks. About to sneeze. All right. I think that's everything. Oh, photo survey says USA. Perfect timing. I'm done with my task for the day. I do have to give, or not have to. I'm lucky enough, fortunate enough to give two people a call back, right? The Morrison Court, my man Randy Watson from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama. And I need to call back somebody else. It's up here. It's about an offer. I need to call that lady Pam back, but it's up here. I don't need to think about it. It's written up here for me. Wonderful, folks. This is a good one. It's a fun one. Let's see. Looks like you got another deal lined up. Yeah. Talk to yeah, exactly. So talk to those long conversations. You got to have an objective, but sometimes you got to let it happen because that's when and how sometimes our sellers are going to feel comfortable working with you because they feel a connection, they feel heard. No, are you in other markets besides Baltimore? What's up, Mr. Miller? Yeah, I'm actually in Wake in Durham County, North Carolina. Sometimes Mecklenburg, but most of it has been in Baltimore. Yes, Roxy, you have a beautiful day because of the words that we say. GATA. Y'all go to the. Y'all need any help with anything? Hit me up. Let me know. If y'all can help me with something, let me know because I love receiving help too, and learning and growing. And it's fun growing with you all. Rising tides, it lifts all sails. See you tomorrow.